If you're drinking, smoking, doing drugs, or anything like that, try this because I think it's going to really, really help you with managing your stress levels. By now, you've probably done a heap of things to try and, cope with your stress better. You've probably done that whole thing where you're saying, oh yeah, I'm going to quit on Monday. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm not going to drink so much. I'm not going to smoke so much. You probably tried reducing your intake. You probably tried setting deadlines. Maybe you've tried going cold turkey. Maybe you've tried different programs. You probably tried a heap of stuff to try and manage your stress better or make it so that you're not so dependent on drinking, drugs, smoking, all that sort of stuff. But none of it really seems to work. In the end of the day, the only thing that knocks the edge off is coming home, cracking open a beer, having a smoke, lighting up a billy, having a line, whatever your vice is, no judgment here, having a wank, watching some porn, going to the brothel, whatever your vice is, you probably find that that's the only thing which can actually help you and can actually take the stress off. If that sounds familiar, try this. Now, by the way, if a baby starts crying, it's because I've got little bugger-lugs here on my chest, little Layla with me tonight, and she's been a little bit grizzly lately, and so she needs a little bit of dad love. So if I have to jump off quickly, that is what's going to happen. But if I do have to jump off quickly and you want to learn more about what we're doing with this, all that I want you to do is just comment help down the bottom, right? In the comment section, comment help, and we'll send you across an extended version of what I've covered tonight, which is going to help you guys a lot, okay? Now, what I want you to try is this. So first of all, we need to acknowledge is whenever we're stressed, a whole heap of hormonal changes happen throughout our body. Adrenaline goes up, cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. We start getting fatter, we start getting less energetic, we start getting less confident, we start getting less charismatic, we start getting more anxious, we start getting depressed, sex drive starts going down, our ability to maintain an erection goes down. We just feel like we've lost our mojo. We just start feeling like shit. And one of the easiest ways to escape from that feeling is by doing drugs, by drinking, by smoking, by watching porn, going to the brothel, doing all those sorts of things. They're the things that pick us up. Why? Because they're sources of dopamine. Dopamine's a neurotransmitter, a brain hormone, which makes us feel good. It is the motivation neurotransmitter. It's like when you see a lot of guys who have a line of coke and then afterwards talk about all the ways in which they're going to go and take over the world. It's like when guys who are smoking a billy, they start becoming really lazy and lethargic because the marijuana, the pot, has gone and satiated all their dopamine receptors, so they feel calm and feel relaxed. That's why, because whenever dopamine enters our brain, we think, oh, cool, I've done it. And this is an evolutionary process, and you're never going to beat it. I'm not going to go into why and how that works tonight because it's really nerdy, and quite frankly, it's pretty fucking boring. But what I can say is that whenever you are chasing dopamine, it's because you just want to be able to relax and unwind. It's as simple as that. So what I'm going to give you tonight are some really, really simple, easy steps which are going to allow you to reduce this. Whenever you become less stressed, you'll become less reliant on drinking, drugs, smoking, any porn, brothel visits, all these sorts of things. And if you can manage it, you'll be really good. See, here's the thing, right? You're never going to get rid of stress. Stress is always going to be there. You're always going to have a mortgage. You're always going to have a wife who you're fighting with. Hopefully not always, but it's going to be there. You're going to deal with dickheads at work. You're going to have troubles with your kids. Your dog's going to die. People around you are going to die. Shit's going to happen, and it's just a part of life. We're not going to pray to have a life where we don't have stress because that's a fantasy. That's bullshit. But what we're going to pray for is we're going to look to find a way to deal with this stress and manage it in the easiest way and most effective way possible. And if you're watching this, it's probably because you figured that you're drinking, smoking, doing drugs, porn, whatever it is that you're doing, you're not really happy with it and you're not enjoying how it's going for you and how it's affecting your life. And you probably want to find a better mechanism for doing so. So this is what I want you to do. This is all about optimizing the nervous system. Remember, this is a nervous system problem. What is the nervous system? It is our brain and all of the nerves that come from our brain and go throughout our body and control the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we act. Every single mood, action, thought, all comes and is managed by our nervous system. And whenever our dopamine is out of whack, it's a nervous system issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to correct the nervous system. And here's what I want you to do. Number one, the very first thing is practice regular breathing. You're like, oh, James, I know how to breathe. I've been doing it all my life. I'd be dead if I didn't know how to do it. Here's the thing. Most people breathe wrong. If you breathe through your mouth like this, you're breathing wrong. That's a very, very stressed out breath. And that's actually going to activate stress hormones throughout your body and make you more stressed, which will make you want to crave more drinking, drugs, alcohol, all the stuff that you want to stop. What I want you to do instead is breathe like this. See, you can't even tell that I'm breathing. I'm breathing through my nose, very, very softly, very gently, in and out throughout my nose. The second thing, I want you to get onto reishi. Reishi is a mushroom. It's an incredible mushroom. And what reishi does is it massively increases our relaxation hormones throughout our body and makes us feel really calm. It'll enhance your sleep. It'll reduce your stress. And it'll just make you feel a hell of a lot better. And then the third thing that I want you to do is I want you to stop judging yourself. Whenever we get stressed and whenever we start to drink, take drugs, smoke, and we start saying, oh, I really want to quit, this is impacting my life, all this sort of stuff, we often get really, really harsh on ourselves. We say, oh, I should just get over it. I'm just being a fucking pussy. I'm just being a bitch. Oh, I'm just drinking too much. Why? Because I'm a shit cunt, you know? And we start going through all these negative things. Why can't I quit? Why do I have to do so many drugs? It's fucking up my life. I'm such a fucking failure. I'm useless. I can do all this stuff, but I keep on fucking up. I keep on failing. Get rid of that, because none of that's helpful. Every single time we use negative self-talk for ourselves, yeah, it might motivate us to go to the gym a little bit more, quit drugs for a day, or do something like that as a one-off. But in the long term, it actually works out worse for us because we start to cause more stress. If you're already having a rough time, be easy on yourself. Be calm, be relaxed. Don't judge yourself. Instead, just reach out for help. This is what I do all day, every day. I help guys just like you. And you know what that means? Is number one, you can actually fix this and you can beat it. And number two, it means that you're not alone. You're not such a failure. You're not such a fuck up. You're not so worthless. All those things that you say to yourself, it's not true. It doesn't exist. It's all a fantasy. So instead, reach out for help, okay? And if you want us to reach out to you, just comment down below, help, in the comments section, and we'll reach out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a full training, which goes for about 16 minutes, right? I'm going to give you a full training, which teaches you how to do this, how to optimize your nervous system, get your dopamine back on track, reduce your craving for drinking, drugs, smoking, porn, brothel visits, all that sort of stuff, and allow you to actually once and for all control how you feel, manage your stress for the people that matter most, right? For the people around you, for your kids, for your wife, for your partner, for your dog, for your business, for your employees, for your teammates, for whoever it is that you want to be better for. This will actually allow you to do that for once and for all. And so that you never relapse, you never go back to drinking, you never go back to smoking, whatever it is, and you're totally in the driver's seat instead of feeling like a passenger. So if that's you, and you want access to that, just comment help, and I'll send it across to you. And remember, I've helped thousands of guys just like you. And it might feel like you're the only one in the world, but I do this every single day. I know what you're going through, I understand it. Let's just get you better. How's that sound? Comment help if you want access. I'll speak to you soon.